Set, ready?
21, check back 21.
Go. Go. Express. Please.
On first down, it's Samuels. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 35-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check. Watch the edge.
Twenty.
80 weapons.
That's right. Now, please.
Newton to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Check it back.
They'll try to left side. It's Patrick. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll drop to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
What you call a rookie mistake. Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Tackle made there by Eric Rowe. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Hey! Watch the safety creep.
Here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Gun, gun, gun.
Check 50. Check 50.
Gun, gun. Express.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Washington's got it. It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a first down on the play.
Set. 180.
Strip that ball. Strip that ball.
On first down, Samuels. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 4 receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Off play action, Newton. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll run on first down. Samuels, and he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
We own them.
First carry for James Conner. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. He can run for it, and he will. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6. On 1st and 10, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one a first down pickup of 8. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run with Lynch. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there at a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
On 1st and 10 is Conner. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. We know that, right? They have a script between 12. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it. Try and generate some offense on this drive.
And he's going to lose 3. And now it's 3rd down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, here's Breida. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down. First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 13-yard line.
Ready? Right. Watch 98. 98's the mic.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
65. Check 31. Check 30.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike.
Here's Newton. Flush to his right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Let's go.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Ready. Check Mike 39. Ricky. Check safety. Hey!
They'll run again with Lynch. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hey, set. Fight to the 3. Push him back. Sponge. No.
He may try and run for this. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Patrick, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Back to throw here. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45.
Switch. Kill.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the first down play. So back at the midfield stripe now, they'll come up second and long. From the 50, Newton. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun handoff to Samuels. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. If they're going to try to complete this comeback, they need more runs like that from him because until that point, he's been virtually shut down.
And based on where they are right now in this game, you would expect the ball to be in the air. But his ability to break off those types of runs, you can get big chunk plays on the ground as well.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Deontay Johnson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Let's go. Let's do this.
My fault. I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to just short kick it to your up back. My fault.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in two-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's a four-receiver look now. Three of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8.
Gun, gun, gun.
Newton now to throw. Buying time to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Great, great.
Hey, check Mike.
Zoom, zoom.
Check Mike 39.
You don't want none, baby.
Out of the gun, Newton. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
A running nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Let's go, baby.
2nd and 13. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Check Mike 21. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
1st down, the run with Lynch. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
I'll get him. 8.
25. Check 25.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Johnson was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
On 3rd down, they go Lynch. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Ready? 60 yards. Check 55, Mike.
They run the counter. Patrick. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. Well, that's how you convert on 3rd down. Not only do they pick up the first, but they got a lot of extra yardage with it.
And I saw a defense that was absolutely out of sync. They didn't expect that play call at all. And it allowed the offense to actually get great blocking angles against them and allowed the back to just rumble and rumble and rumble. And as you said, tacked on big yardage at the end.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll look to throw. That'll be complete to Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run. Big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Come on,
and this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Let's go.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. It's Parker. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
They're going to look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Greg.
Hey, let's get there. Check 26, check 26.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play, and who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
On 3rd down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Jordan Berry now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returnable for Grant. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. They go counter with Breida. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where it came from.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And the kick here will be good, but that doesn't do anything besides maybe make the final score a tiny bit more palatable, as that's how this one comes to an end.